Hey guys, it's Kalin. Welcome back to my channel. So today I finally have the time to sit down and to film my October favorites. I think I missed last month's favorites just because I ran out of time and I had so many videos also ready to upload, and so I just didn't even think about it until, you know, the last minute. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna make sure I film an October one. And then as time got on, I get super busy because I have 2 jobs, and you know, so I try to, days where I have off, I film as much as I can. So this is me filming as much as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and film my October favorites. It is November 1st. But I'm going to try to, it's fine. It's only November 1st. Anyways, let me get started. I'm going to start out with my makeup. My first thing is a product that I did discover in the month of... in September, is right around the end of September. This is a new foundation. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour with Comfort Serum Full Coverage Foundation in 201 Classic Beige. I found this foundation because I wanted to try out a new drugstore foundation because I use a lot of the same products over and over with, and foundations are one of the products that I use the same of, and I just wanted to try something new, and I saw this one at the drugstore and I was like, okay, the color looks good. It's a little bit lighter on my skin, which is, I don't know, every time I pick out a foundation I always pick 1 to 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. Sometimes I'm like, how does this happen? I test it on my hand and everything, like, but when I put it on my face it's a different story. But it's fine because bronzer is a girl's best friend anyways. So yeah, I really like this foundation. There are some days I don't like it and some days I do like it. I think it's how I apply it are the days I don't like it. If I'm just using like a beauty blender, I don't like how it applies to my skin. It applies patchy almost, which is weird because you would think like with a beauty blender it would do that, but I think it's because since it is a full coverage foundation, it, like with a beauty blender in some places it soaks up more of the foundation where like it would stick less on my skin, you know what I'm saying? It's weird. But with the beauty blender it almost looks patchy on my skin, so I start out using a new technique, which is another favorite I'm about to talk about. I apply it with a brush and then I will go with my beauty blender just to pat it and blend it further into the skin. So the brush that I've been using a lot, this is dirty, I apologize. This is the Real Techniques 301 brush. It's really dense, so I love it for foundation, so it's going to really help me like blend it out without like picking up excess product, because when you pick up a full coverage foundation, you want that full coverage. You don't want your brush or your beauty blender to like wipe away some of that coverage. So if that was the case, you would pick up a light to medium coverage, or you know what I'm saying. I picked up a full coverage foundation because I want all of the coverage. So that's why I really like this product, because it doesn't pick up any excess coverage and it really helps blend it out. And it's kind of like, it's in this shape, or like a shape that you would use to like do cream contour or something with. So it's a lot easier for me to get it like in the sides of my nose, like the creases, up under my eyes, down here in my jawline. It's easier for me to spread it around without like losing that product, and to evenly distribute it onto my skin. And then I'll go in with my next beauty favorite. This is the Real Techniques Beauty Blender Sponge. This is the second one I purchased. I had the first one. To be honest, I don't know what happened to it. I either lost it, threw away, I don't really remember. And then I purchased the original Beauty Blender sponge, and then that sponge is kind of like, you know, I've had it for a while, so I wanted to try this sponge again, and I know why I loved it to begin with. So I'll use this brush first with my foundation on the back of my hand. I'll rub it into the skin, and then I'll go in with my Beauty Blender sponge to fully brush and blend it into the skin as well, so it doesn't look so, you know, diluted or whatever. So those are like my 3 combos that I've been loving on my face. My next thing is my eyebrows. So my eyebrows, I have months where my eyebrows are good, and then I have months where my eyebrows are bad. This month is like, they're okay when I fill them in and everything, but when they're not filled in, they're super patchy, and I think it's from when I would like over pluck, because I have such bushy eyebrows, and that's one of my insecurities. Because you've seen some of my old like baby photos, or like when I was like 12 over. So my eyebrows are always so bushy. There's hair everywhere. So now that I'm older, and now that I, you know, when I first started doing my eyebrows, like started plucking them, I would get pluck happy and just pluck every single thing. So, you know, so my eyebrows have been super patchy since then. Like, they do get pretty bushy. My hair on my eyebrows would grow back really fast, but because of me getting pluck happy, plucking all my hair and all that kind of stuff, that's what I'm saying, they are very sparse and very have some balding in some areas, which also kind of sucks. And then the tail on this brow doesn't grow very fast, so I'm still waiting for that to grow. So it's been a rough couple months with my eyebrows, trying to have them grow back and shape them how exactly I want them. But they're getting there, slowly but surely. But to fill them in exactly how I like, I take my e.l.f. eyebrow kit in medium. I used this when I first started doing makeup. I went in with like pencils from like NYX eyebrow pencils, Anastasia pencils, Maybelline pencils. I like the pencils and I like how they fill into my eyebrows and everything. But the only downfall that I absolutely hated is they ran out so fast. Like, I could get one this week and it'd be gone by Friday. And it would literally piss me off to no end, because I'm like, I'm spending $20 on an eyebrow pencil or like $10 on an eyebrow pencil just for it to last me 5 days. So I went back in with this because this always has lasted me such a long time. I've had this for like 3 months now, and it is still going strong. I do, like, you do have to keep in mind that I do have a lot bushier eyebrows, a lot more thicker eyebrows. So, you know, sometimes they, you know, run up a lot of product or whatever. Like with me, I have such bushy eyebrows, but they're so sparse. So there's like a lot of area for me to fill in. So I need something that's going to last a while and something that's going to do the job. And my e.l.f. eyebrow kit definitely does the job. And the next thing is a concealer. You guys have probably seen me use this concealer religiously into my makeup tutorials because I just cannot go away from it. I just love it that much, and it lasts me a long time actually. This is the Hard Candy Glamoflauge Heavy Duty Concealer in medium. This is way too light to use like a normal concealer, and I realized that when I first actually purchased this concealer, but it was like thrown back in my drawers for quite some time. And then I ran across a YouTube video where I think it was Jaclyn Hill's actually. She was using concealer on her eyelids as like an eyeshadow primer. She was using like the MAC Full Coverage Studio Concealer or something. I think that's what it was called. I actually have that concealer too, but I actually saw her use that, so one day I just decided to randomly use this, and I'm glad I did that. That's probably like the best thing I could ever do for myself. My last makeup favorite is actually a powder. This is the Airspun Loose Face Powder. This is the only powder I use to bake, just because I haven't found something that I actually like. The funny thing about this powder that makes me like it even more is like when I sit on the skin to bake and I'm not like fully blending it into my skin, I can literally feel it like, I don't know a word, like hardening underneath the eye, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can just really feel like, I feel it like sinking in there, you know what I'm saying? And it feels good, and I'm like, oh my god, my concealer is not going nowhere, honey. You're not going nowhere. So I really love this powder, and I can't find anything similar to it that I like. That's like the only powder that I've tried and I've absolutely loved. Everything else is like, I get that white cast, or it enhances my pores, but that powder is flawless. I love it. And then I have one hair product. This is actually something, I went to Walmart. I was trying to get some money off my card. I didn't want to go to the bank, and I didn't want to go to the ATM because I didn't want to pay the fee or whatever that some of them charge. So I went to Walmart because, if you don't know, Walmart doesn't have a convenience fee if you want to pull some money off of your card or whatever for cash. So I went there actually, and I needed to get some money out of my card, but I needed to, like, you know, of course buy something, and I didn't want to buy something like hella expensive. I was thinking some gum, but then I was just like walking through the look, and I wasn't planning on buying anything, and I actually came across this. First of all, I saw that it was 88 cents, and I was like, okay, well, and then I just randomly started looking at it, and I liked the sound of it, so I was like, for 88 cents and trying to get some money off my card, why not go ahead and try it? And I actually love it. This is the Softee, I think it's what it's called. The Softee hair and scalp conditioner. It has pure coconut oil. I use this every time I get out of the shower, like if I'm washing my hair or if I'm just wetting my hair. I always put this in the ends of my hair, and actually recently when I went to go get a haircut, My hairdresser told me I had like the softest split ends she's ever felt in her whole entire life. And I was like, thanks, girl. Yeah, so I like this. Now, my last favorite for the month of October is something that I did October 30th. Me and my sister, we were feeling artsy, and then Yusuf was over and he wanted to do it with us. So we sat outside. We sat outside and we paint on little canvases. And me and Yusuf had this nice idea for when we purchase our first home together, that this could be the first artwork that we can put on our walls, because I'm the type of person where I love to put inspirational stuff up, or something that I just absolutely love, or something that just makes me feel happy. I love to put stuff like that all over my walls. So I thought, what better way for the first thing to put on our walls is something we've made when we were together and we're falling in love and blah 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 blah. So we did like little canvases like this. This one is mine. And then we wrote like little sayings that we love about each other in the middle. I had no idea where I was going with this. I just knew we wanted to do our handprints and then write little sayings. So this is my handprint. I did the best I could with tracing it on the canvas or whatever. But I said, I'm thankful every day for such a perfectly flawed human being. Because I love Yusuf, because he's definitely not perfect. He definitely has flaws that he knows he has, but I just love all of him. I love who he is. I love the person he is, and I love the person, I love the person that forgets to lift the toilet seat up when he uses the bathroom. I love the person that leaves his shoes all over the floor, so when I get up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, I trip all over them. I just love everything about him. And then this is his that he made. This is his hand too. He had my sister draw his hand. She messed up right here, but it's still wonderful. And he wrote, "Your beautiful smile and enthusiasm makes me want to get up and give you loads of kisses every day." And then we wrote our signatures in hearts, and then we just decorated the background and everything. His saying, "Loads of kisses," is what we always say. I love you loads. I want to give you loads of hugs. That's just like, because to me, it's better than saying lots or more, you know what I'm saying? It gives such a new meaning to the word of a whole bunch or huge or whatever. I just say loads because I can give you loads of kisses, or you know what I'm saying? So that's just something we say all the time, so he wanted to throw that in there, which is so cute. But this is definitely a tradition I want to keep up when we eventually start making a family, when we're a lot older, as we would have our children like do one, so we can hang them up right next to ours. I think I just love little sentimental pieces like this that are going to make me look back and remember the type of love we had at the time and how much we've grown since then, you know what I'm saying? So I thought it was so neat that he came up with this idea to do this. But that is all for my October favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Every product that I talked about, I will list it in the description bar below if you want to go ahead and try it out. And if you do, please go ahead and give me your opinions on it, because I'd like to read how this stuff affected people differently, or if it affected them the same way it affected me or so. And then there are other places below that you can find me. My social media links are down there as well. My Twitter, my Snapchat, my Instagram, everything is down there. But other than that, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you beautiful, beautiful people in my next video. Bye, everyone.